What if everything you know about how power works is wrong? What if the political divisions, the economic crashes, the cultural shifts, what if they aren't random? What if they are moves on a chessboard, and the game has been playing out for nearly 5 centuries? There is an engine behind the modern world, an order founded by a wounded soldier with a single, relentless goal to achieve total ideological dominion over all of humanity. This isn't a theory from the fringes. This is their own stated mission. And for centuries, they have been executing a plan so brilliant, so pervasive, that we are utterly unaware we are living inside their construct. For the next 10 minutes, we will connect the dots across time and continents. We will expose the Society of Jesus, the Jesuits, not as simple priests, but as the architects of the globalist system. We will reveal their connection to every major secret society and their puppets in modern politics. This is not just history. It is the key to understanding your present. It's time to wake up. Our story begins not in a church, but on the field of battle. 1521. The city of Pamplona is under siege. A Spanish soldier named Inigo López de Loyola stands defiant. Then, a cannonball shatters his leg. This moment of brutal violence was the catalyst for everything that followed. During his agonizing recovery, he underwent a profound transformation. He read about the saints in Christ, but the mind of a soldier interpreted this spiritually in a unique way. He saw the world not as a place for peace, but as a spiritual battlefield. His enemy was not the French, but sin and heresy, and he would form a new kind of army to fight it. He became Ignatius of Loyola, and in 1540, with Pope Paul III's blessing, he founded the Society of Jesus. But understand this, from the very beginning, this was different. This was not an order of monks retreating from the world to pray. This was an intellectual and spiritual special forces unit. Their foundational text was the Spiritual Exercises, a manual for mental and spiritual conditioning. And their vow was not just to poverty and chastity. It was of absolute, unquestioning obedience to the Pope. Perind ac cadaver, they said, which means as if a dead body. A tool to be used by the papacy without will, without question, without hesitation. Their method? Infiltration from the top down. While other orders built monasteries, the Jesuits built the world's first multinational corporation, the education system. They became the confessors to kings, the advisors to emperors. They understood the fundamental truth of power. To control a nation, you don't need to conquer its army. You need to educate its elite and whisper counsel into the ear of its ruler. This is where the official history ends and the real, hidden history begins. You've heard of the secret societies, the Freemasons, the Illuminati, Skull and Bones. We're told they are separate, even rival, groups. This is a carefully constructed illusion. What if they are, in fact, tentacles of the same ancient organism? Let's start with the most infamous, the Illuminati. Founded on May 1st, 1776, by Adam Weishaupt in Bavaria. Now, here is the critical, suppressed fact. Adam Weishaupt was a professor of canon law at the University of Ingolstadt, a university that was a Jesuit stronghold. He was educated by them, immersed in their culture. The Illuminati structure, secrecy, cells, infiltration, and a goal to undermine traditional authority, is a perfect mirror of the Jesuit organizational model. Was the Illuminati a Jesuit project? A controlled opposition designed to infiltrate and steer the Enlightenment movement that threatened the old order? To co-opt the revolution? The timing is impeccable. Just as the Jesuit order was officially suppressed in 1773, a new, shadowy organization emerges, founded by a Jesuit-trained intellectual, using Jesuit methods. This is not a coincidence. It is a rebranding. Then there's Freemasonry. For centuries, the Catholic Church publicly condemned Freemasonry. A perfect cover, a public rivalry to hide a private collaboration. Think about it. Both are hierarchical, both use esoteric symbolism and rituals, and both have the ultimate goal of building a better world according to their own blueprint. Many of the highest degree Masons, the 33rd degree Scottish Rite, have documented Jesuit connections. It's the ultimate deception. Create a secret society that attracts the ambitious and powerful of all faiths, while the real doctrinal power operates from the shadows behind it. And finally, Skull and Bones, the Yale University Society nestled in the tomb. Its members, Bushes, Careys, Buckleys, and other elites. Its initiation rituals are steeped in arcane symbolism, including what many researchers believe are mockeries of Catholic and specifically Jesuit spiritual exercises. Its number, 322, could signify 322 BC, the death of the Greek orator Demosthenes, but also, more ominously, the founding of the society in 1832, the second chapter of a German secret society. Is this just an elite fraternity? Or is it a modern American node in this ancient web, designed specifically to capture the minds and destinies of the Anglo-Saxon Protestant elite and turn them into agents for a very different agenda? So who are the players? Who has been woven into this web? We are not talking about obscure figures. We are talking about the people who preside over your government, your courts, and your national security. Let's start with education, the primary Jesuit weapon. Georgetown University, a Jesuit institution. It is not merely a school, it is a factory for the managerial class. Look at the roster. Antony Blinken, Hillary Clinton, John Kerry. Their formative years, their worldview, were shaped within a Jesuit intellectual framework. They were taught how to think, not just what to think. But it goes beyond the State Department. Look at the Supreme Court. Justice Sonia Sotomayor is a product of Princeton and Yale, but her formative education was at Cardinal Spellman High School? No. She was a student at Blessed Sacrament School and Cardinal Spellman High School in the Bronx, both run by the Irish Christian Brothers. While not Jesuit, this highlights the pervasive Catholic educational network that forms the backdrop. Justice Brett Kavanaugh attended Georgetown Preparatory School, a primary Jesuit institution. The bench, like the bureaucracy, is seated with those molded by this system. Now let's go further up the ladder. Both Hillary and Bill Clinton attended Georgetown University, a Jesuit school. Your very own current president, Donald J. Trump, began his secondary education at Fordham University, another Jesuit school.
I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven. Okay, I really don't. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound. I may be in heaven right now as we fly in Air Force One. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make heaven.
And what is the ideology they push? The erosion of national sovereignty, the push for a borderless world, the management of speech and thought, the obsession with data and control. These are not random progressive ideas. They are the logical endpoint of a mindset that believes in a centralized, top-down, perfectly ordered control of humanity. A mindset perfected in the Jesuit spiritual exercises and their centuries of administering global institutions. From the confessional booths of European kings to the situation rooms of the White House, the influence has been constant. They are the ghostwriters of history. So what do? Feel despair? Feel helpless? No. The first and most powerful step is to see the matrix. To realize that the left versus right, Democrat versus Republican paradigm is a grand theater. A controlled opposition designed to keep you fighting your neighbor while the real architects of this system dismantle your freedoms, your sovereignty, and your future. They control the narrative through the media conglomerates. They control the money through the central banking system they helped design. They control the law through their legally trained operatives. And they are now making a final push for total control through digital IDs, central bank digital currencies, and the rhetoric of a great reset. This is the culmination of their 500-year game. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to become a rogue element in their system. 1. Educate yourself relentlessly. Don't take my word for it. Research the Jesuit Oath of Induction, a terrifying document of total allegiance that circulates in congressional records. Read the works of former Jesuits like Alberto Rivera. Study the spiritual exercises to understand their mind-molding techniques. Look at the history for yourself. 2. Become immune to propaganda. When you hear a talking point repeated across every major news network, ask yourself, cui bono, who benefits from this? Who is shaping this consensus? Recognize the language of globalism, build back better, new world order, the Great Reset, as the modern dialect of this ancient agenda. 3. Strengthen your local citadel. Their power is centralized. Our power is local and distributed. Support local farmers. Bank with local credit unions. Teach your children at home or in co-ops. Build networks of trust with your neighbors that operate entirely outside of their global, digital, controlled system. Be ungovernable. They have been playing the long game for 500 years. But their entire system relies on one thing: our ignorance. Their greatest weakness is exposure. They operate in the shadows. Our job is to shine the light. Share this video. Start the conversation in your circles. Break the spell of silence. The war for your mind is the only war that matters. It is a war between humanity and a soulless, global machine built by an ancient order. It's not too late to choose freedom, but you must first open your eyes. Wake up. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.